Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. So unless you haven't noticed, XRP is at 282, and I was trying to wait for it to be at all-time highs to record this, but it seems Bitcoin is doing its best to slow XRP down. As every single time we keep coming to the top of this range to like break out, it seems that Bitcoin takes a little bit of a pullback, and that just is a recurring narrative for the whole time we've held XRP. If you've been here for a long time, you'll notice that. But guys, it's time to be excited. I really think it's time to be excited as an XRP holder. We're about to, in my opinion, take the next leg, and minimum target for the next leg is the range break, and I presume we'll probably go much higher than this. Genuinely, I think we're about to start a really aggressive wave. So this is 446 in my opinion is a minimum target, for 450, somewhere around there, 440, 450. But realistically, as I displayed, what chart did I display it on? Oh, XRP ETH. I think you could argue this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. But within this is an extended 3 potentially. Within an extended 3, this is wave 2 within an extended 3. So wave 3 of the extended 3 is about to start, which is normally most explosive. Like in Elliott wave theory, the extended 3 within the 3 is the largest wave. And I'll show you that on ETH, because I don't think I've worded that very well. But basically what I'm saying is, just strap the fuck in. Like, just to make it more simple than anything else, is like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But in Elliott wave theory, wave 3 can't be the shortest wave. And if we have an extended 3, within that extended 3, there's 5 waves to the upside. And then the 3 in that, again, can't be the shortest wave, and it's normally the most aggressive. And that is essentially where I think we are, what we're about to start, or what potentially we have started. You can't really confirm the start of it until we get the break above like 290 really. But we're at 281, and today we've literally touched, like, let's have a look so I'm more accurate for you guys. We've literally touched 289, so we're flipping close, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't mean we can't pull back. Of course we can. We could do anything in this sort of range. That's why I've not tried to be too cute on talking to you guys about this range. I actually said to you guys when we're down here, we could come up like that, take the liquidity, come back down to mid-range, and then go. We could do anything like that. We could do anything like that, genuinely. But the way price action is setting up now with Trump inauguration, what Bitcoin's doing, I just think we're ready to absolutely rip and roar it. I wouldn't be surprised if we just literally get like that, boom, straight out of here. As I said, wave 3 is going to be the most aggressive and probably go the longest duration. So expect fireworks, like, very imminently. Like, yes, we could come down here, because obviously we've got we could use this area. We could use this area here as support. God's sake, I'm actually so awful at drawing. So we could come like down here, bounce and go, or we could come back down just to retest this area here, like all this sort of area that's been previous resistance to support. Could come down here, bounce and go. Or, as I said, guys, when XRP gets aggressive like this and starts to make these moves, we could just go and rip straight up. And I'll show you exactly why I think that that's probably my base case, to be honest. Like, I'd say I'm 60-40 that it just absolutely sends it from here. When we get to these periods of like heavy resistance, we bang against them and then like keep consolidating higher and higher and higher, and then we get that break. Remember, I talked to you back in this zone, if you've been following my channel for a while. I compared that to ETH back at like $400-500. It's a structure that I've seen a lot of times before in crypto. It's like they start to get this aggressive move out, and then they create higher lows, bringing that like sloping support higher into the resistance. So the price like gets trapped. It's kind of like energy trapped in here. Goes like this, look. It goes like bang. Oh, that's the wrong drawing. Oh my goodness. Get rid of that. It goes like this. It comes up. We get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then boom. That's what I think is kind of happening now. And then, but look what happens then after that. It's like, oh, everyone's looking for that retrace. I remember this, like, where's that 120 sort of area? 128, I think it got to 126. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm going to rebuy below $1. we literally got the $1 mark. Everyone was looking at this cluster here to rebuy, like it's potential support. We didn't get it. We just then consolidated again, then boomed up. Similar thing happened again. People might have got lucky on this entry here, but then again, people looked, oh, we'll retest this area here of support and go. No, we just boomed up. And then we did the same sort of thing here with that coiling sort of pattern look, where we hit the resistance, and then we coiled, boom, pop out. And then, yes, we'd have had this range now build on top of that, like $2 sort of mark. But this range has been going on for a long time. Like, I could compare this range, if you look at the structure of this compared to this range, very similar. We have the double test at the bottom. We then bounce, and then we test the mid-range as support, and then we explode. We had that double test at the, right, I'll show you. I'm going to draw it in because I feel like, I hope you guys can visualize what I'm seeing. It's going to show you exactly what I'm seeing here. So we push up after that consolidation into the range. We had that one test, the second test of support. We come back, we test the mid-range, which is what I've been talking about a lot recently, using the mid-range as support and resistance, and then we explode out higher. And then let's compare that to now. Obviously on a larger time frame, which should lead to a more explosive move because it's a longer consolidation. So it's like this, look guys, we push out of that zone, we come down, we test support, we bounce, we test support again. This is just further consolidation because we make a higher low. So ignore that price action there. And then we come up, we come down, we test the mid-range, boom. That's what I actually genuinely think. So let's just get rid of those two drawings. I'll just draw it all in one so you can see. Down, test the support, bounce, test the support again, consolidate, come down, bounce on the mid-range of support, boom. That's what I think happens. And I think the boom is much, much larger than it was from this period because the consolidation is much, much larger. So let's just say we got into this range and we ranged for 6 days and 9 hours. And in this range that we're currently in, we haven't broken it yet, so could be a lot longer. And as I said, anything could happen still. I'm just showing you what's previously happened. 44 days and 3 hours. So that's say 7 times 7.6 is 42. So 7.3 times the range. And this move was a 80% move, 90% move. So could this be 600-700% move? I don't know. Or if you do it in dollar terms, it's probably just as probably more accurate to say do it in dollar terms. We gained what, $1.39. Could we gain $7 or $8 on this move? I think that's possible. I've showed you on this chart actually, this chart here, that we could be following this fractal pattern. So if we gained, like, let's say $7 to $8, how much would that be on this fractal pattern? If we gain $7, bang, takes us out to that fractal target of $7.3 would take us out to about $10. Like, they're different compliments, and I found that compliments just talking to you guys, looking at structure. I haven't looked at the period we've been in that range before. I'm just talking about TA and mathematics. That's all it is. But that's the sort of thing that ranges like this can do, and that's how ranges work, and that's what we bet on, I guess, as traders, like probabilities and things, and how things happen, and our risk to reward. Like looking at a range like this, using the multiples, what's the risk to reward on a long? Like, well, the upside potential here in this situation could be much larger than it was in the last, and an extended third within a larger third. We put all these pieces together to try and give ourselves an edge. It doesn't mean they're necessarily definitely going to happen. It's just what we look at. Then something I find funny is like Ansem talking about what the US is going to do, and then he doesn't really matter what he says. Like, pardon Russell Brick, USA commits not selling any Bitcoin, implementing XRP across every bank in the United States. Obviously, he's joking here. The thing that I find funny is XRP is today one of the top gainers, has been one of the top gainers since like November, and people are still making jokes about it. And that tells me we've got much, much higher to go, because very soon those people, even though I know like Ansem, for example, bought memes pretty quickly on the XRP ledger when he saw them pumping, and I think that that's fair play to him, because when it's against your narrative and you still purchase, it's like you understand things. But I think it's funny how people still feel and joke the way they do about XRP. And that tells me we're nowhere near a top, because at some point there's going to be either despair or they're going to be euphoric about the asset as well. And that's going to give us more of a sentiment gauge on XRP and the market in general. Then we've got this from Stuart Alderati saying that like January 20th is when, and basically that today is still the final deadline for the SEC to file their opening brief for the Ripple victory. So expect that, guys. Expect Gary Gensler to file today. He came out yesterday or tried to sue Donald Trump yesterday, which I think just absolute waste of money, isn't it? He's going to be in the government, and like, why? Anyway, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to get into that. It just makes no sense to me. He's wasting taxpayer money. Whether he's right or wrong, like, clearly Trump is going to be in the government, and if he wants to stop that suit, looking at how Trump and Musk are going to be running things, well, Trump obviously, but Musk like being in there, it's just got to be a waste of money suing someone who's going to play an integral part in the next US administration. And I think the same thing with the Ripple lawsuit. If you're the SEC now, surely you just say to Ripple, like, sorry lads, or just say, can we take the 110 mil and just settle it, or whatever. I don't know. Let's see. And yeah, also one thing I wanted to talk about was getting salty about this for some reason. I don't understand why. Gains of our XRP memes, 82%, 133, 127, 56, 102, 466% from the newsletter that I wrote back on the 29th of December. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs to you guys about XRP memes. Still think they've got a long way to go, but they're up quite a lot since I talked about them. I've taken some profits on some, but executed the take profit plan that I talked about in that episode. But essentially, guys, XRP ETH had a massively high close yesterday. Look at it. I told you it was breaking out, and it looks like it is. It's absolutely sending. This is wave one there. Fine. It's sending against ETH, breaking that key resistance level. I haven't actually checked it against Bitcoin yet this morning. We are literally wicking into the top of that range. As I said, this next move is the one that I want us to take us above this range, and that's when we start to get explosive and look to target these higher ranges here. That's why I keep saying that XRP's next move is going to be one that is going to surprise a lot of people. XRP dominance has broken out. We've still got to break this 6% mark here, which is another 1% away in terms of like market share. Let's see, guys. Like, it's time. I just think it's time. I haven't really got much more to say. Like, just strap in. Don't do anything stupid. Execute your take profit plan. I do think the sky's the limit with this new administration, and like the more I get sucked into the narrative and the more I think about it, I do more and more think that XRP could do very, very well this cycle. However, if you make some decent money, just take it, please. Like, listen to this as experience. It's like, if you make money that's going to change your life, then take it. And people say, oh yeah, but it's like, oh, I want to make a meal, or I want to make this, or I want to make that. Whatever you've exposed yourself to crypto is what you're willing to lose. So if that amount does a 10 to 20x, that's obviously something that's going to make significant impact on your life. And if that is true, take some money off the table. It's that simple. For example, if you are in a position where you could have only spared $1,000, and your $1,000 you put in at 53 cents, for example, is now worth what? At this price, it's $5,000. Won't it'll be $5,000? Take a bit. Take your 1,000 back. 4,000 of house money. Say thank you very much. Or have you take your profit targets at, like, let's say whatever you want them to be. But just remember that you're not going to become specifically like a millionaire, or you're not going to hit 100,000 because you want to hit 100,000. Just look at the price targets, like what decent analysts are talking about, not like speculative moon boys. Understand why they're talking about those price targets and take a little bit off at those take profit targets. And if it goes higher, great. You still don't sell it all unless it changes your life. Like, I'm probably going to get a lot out of my position at certain price targets that we'll talk about, but it's very different for me. It's very different for me because I also trade, and I've done pretty well trading. So that's basically secured my next year or two, my trading bags. I've been trading memes, which have done very well, which is increasing to my XRP position. So don't just follow what I say. Do what is going to make a significant impact on your life. And if you could only spare putting $1,000 in at the bottom, then if you made 5,000, that's a significant amount of money to you. It must be, because you would have been able to spare more at the lows if it wasn't. So don't get twisted in the hype. Don't get twisted in the euphoria. If the money means something to you, then take some bloody money off the table. That's it, straight up. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please do subscribe and share it with a friend. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. Let's hope XRP breaks out today and I can start posting some more anime posts over there on X. Appreciate the follow, appreciate all the love, and we deserve it, realistically. I always say to people, they say, oh, you deserve it. And I say, yeah, I think I do deserve it. I've put a lot of time in. I think we all deserve it. But there's a lot of people that deserve things in life, and we've got lucky to an extent this cycle. I don't mean in XRP, I mean in life. Like, you can put all the work in, you can put all the hours in, and you don't necessarily get lucky. I do believe that there is a correlation between hard work and luck. I believe the more hard you work, the more luck you make, but you still need that element of luck, and we have had that this time. So let's hope that, and long may that continue. I'm accepting of that continuing, and I'll see you at double-digit XRP. Well, I won't. I'll probably see you tomorrow, but that's where we're going, in my opinion. But as I said, take some flipping profits. Peace.